Hello and welcome to more Pokemon Amethyst. Last time we made it all the way up here in this route, and I foolishly didn't know where I was going even though we literally have a map. I think normally, because I usually play vanilla Pokemon games, I adamantly refuse to use the map because I know where I'm going. But this time, had I just opened the map and looked, I would have seen that north is a dead end. And actually, through that ice cave is where the game wants us to go, meaning I want to go this way to see what there is to find. It would have been easy as a picnic that this picnicker is going on. Anyway, aside from that, I have been having fun with this game, so I won't blame myself too hard for it. Here we see this Nidorino, and I kind of want to headbutt it so that I get poison pointed and Gachi Akata can finally activate its poison heal. Yes, okay. So we should be healed a little bit. Alright. Beautiful. Okay, and since this is the trainer's last Pokemon, we can Leech Seed it and recover a bit of our HP. Just farm this Nidorino for recovery. Hopefully we get a flinch here. No, we don't, but that's fine. We still managed to heal a good bit of HP just off of the poison. And Gachiakuta also levels up off of that, so that's nice. I think Clevitas doesn't really have that much HP, so Fire Punch is going to be the way to go. So here's the rest house that was on the map, and we can see that up north. Yeah, it's a dead end by the looks of it. Yeah, even this rock doesn't contain anything. So that's pretty much it for this path, I think. Although it is nice that we can heal here. Will these trainers or NPCs say anything? Giant ring on its back? Giant ring on it is back that steam poured out of. Okay, well it's probably referring to Volcanion, but I'm going to summarily disregard because it used the wrong form of its. I mean, I know I used the wrong form of its in my ROM hack, but I'm blaming that on a character error in Hexmaniac Advance, and obviously that's not my fault. And I did resolve them in the most recent version of the game, so who knows, maybe the ROM hack author will watch my video and come back to fix it. Or I could just fix it myself. I have been able to open this game in advanced maps, so I could, but I won't. I don't want to, desecrate another person's work, right? Someone else's ROM hack. I'm not just gonna insert or impose my own will upon it. Heavy duty boots, kind of an interesting item to give us. I'm a bit scared actually because that implies that the opposing trainers will actually have a use for hazards. Maybe we'll encounter a bug type gym that sets up sticky webs against us. I don't know, that sounds pretty scary. I think Pokemon, what is it called? Sovereign of the Skies did that. The first gym was a bug type gym, and the lead was a Smeargle that used sticky web. That was pretty tough to deal with. I really like that ROM hack, but it's not finished. I don't think, have we gone this way yet? Not sure. Evidently we have. I think I fought that scientist, that nerd guy back there. Yeah, okay. And a lot of this route is gated off behind Rock Smash, which we don't have. So we'll have to come back here anyway at some point. I might do it off camera, like once I get Rock Climb, I'll just revisit parts of the game, because I have a feeling it might not be that fun for the content, right? Anyway, here's the cave, Torma Cave. I almost tore my brains out navigating this ice puzzle last time, so hopefully it's not going to be that difficult this time. Okay, good, good. Aw, man. You know what? I didn't see if the vendor at the rest stop had a revive that we can buy and give this guy, so I will return and bring us right back. Yep, there's a revive. Alright, be right back. Okay, let's see what our rival gives us. Oh, Flame Perfect Diamond, I've run into another bind. I was training up for the Ferox gym and my Eevee fainted. Totally my fault too. And he wants to revive. You're the best friend a guy could ask for. Here, Flame, these are for you. I found him while exploring, and I'd like you to have him. Okay, 3 Ultra Balls in exchange for a revive. I think that's probably a fair trade. That really didn't give us much experience. I don't think it's worth fighting all the wild Pokemon. And, you know, if I was a better YouTuber, I probably would have bought some repels. But alas, my professionalism only extends so far. Never Melt Ice is good, though. We don't really have an Ice type to use that, though. Let's see. That's probably the way out of the cave. And I think that's probably the way into the cave? I think that's the direction we came from, right? But it's... I don't know, it seems like it might not be possible to go back that way, so I'll just continue along the path. We can get Noibat here, so that's potentially a Dragon-type Pokemon. Although, Gen 6 kind of like devalued Dragon-type Pokemon, right? Tyrunt, not the best Pokemon. Noivern evolves at a super high level, and also I found that it doesn't really hit as hard as you want it to most of the time. That's kind of why it's stuck down in the lower tiers. Shuckle is a perfect matchup for Clevitas with Rock Slide. Yeah, that did over half. Didn't even get the chance to hit us with Infestation or something annoying like that. I think Clevitas can probably handle this Riolu. Unless he uses Counter or something, we're probably fine. Okay, perfect. We did get hit by a crit there, but it's not a big deal. Okay, looks like we're out. Did you just come from Torma Cave? I don't know, I think it's a pretty stupid question to ask when we're literally standing right outside of the entrance to the cave, having emerged from it. Sure. He's saying that we should have waited for him to finish clearing the path, but I don't know, seems like we're perfectly fine in that regard. Okay, so let's check the map once again. Yes, okay, this is going to take us to Ferox Village. So this is the way the game wants us to go, which I should have figured out before. Some routes have paths that are only accessible when your Pokemon can use HM moves. Okay, this is like the most obvious trainer tip sign possibly ever. Flabebe is something that Clevitas can handle, as long as we live a hit, which we do. Flabebe isn't the best attacker, you know, not exactly the strongest Vine Whip coming our way. Okay. Yeah, this is kind of what I was talking about in the desert, where I was complaining about sprawl, right? So this route is pretty big, but it doesn't seem like there's much here. Like, this corner, pretty empty, right? Like, you can easily squash this map by a couple tiles, and it would only increase the ease of navigation. I'm not sure why the outside of the boundary area is so empty. Usually, the game auto-fills tiles, right? It usually fills it up with trees to make it look like there's nothing but dense tree beyond the route, but now it's just empty. I don't know. I'm not sure how much I like that. Fire Punch going a level. Is there... Yeah, let's try and get some experience on Donadon. We really should be training him up. Even though, you know, Bite not the best option for coverage, not Stab or anything, but it's fine. I'm sure Intimidate Mawile can put in some good work this early in the game. Especially against some birds. Yeah, Noctowl, Hoot Hoot, not very threatening. Actually, if we get Hypnosis, that might be threatening. Ouchies, we got burned by Flame Body. Okay, that's a bit unfortunate. Our team doesn't really match up well to Fletchinder, so I just have to hope that the mirror matchup works out well for us. Sweet Scent, not worth learning. I'll swap back to Don and just hope that Fairy Wind is enough to KO, even though, you know, Hoot Hoot kind of has good special defense, but that's fine. It was eventually enough. This guy's a Mime Junior. If I wasn't burned, I would probably go for Astonish, but we're not doing too hot right now. Although I guess since we're burned, we're doing a bit too hot. Okay, he makes a swap. I think I'll Stun Spore it and then attempt to get my HP back with Mega Drain. Alright, it worked out pretty nicely. Mime Junior, I will give Don the experience for that. And since it's injured, I might as well attempt to KO with Astonish. Okay, good. Yeah, Don growing pretty quickly. I'm not sure if the experience growth rate for this ROM hack has been adjusted, kind of like how it is in Gen 5, right, where you gain more experience the lower leveled you are. Here we make it to the village, but I don't want to explore the village just yet. I want to find the Pokemon Center, get healed, and then go back to fighting those trainers, because we are pretty underleveled. Although it looks like the Pokemon Center is probably going to be, yeah, it's close to the gym, which is good. You know, it's always nice to have a heal point close to the gym, so that's pretty nice. But I didn't actually check what type the gym leader uses. I should have done that. I should have seen if Donzadon is going to be a good investment prior to the gym. I can hit this with a neutral Fairy Wind. Yeah, we're not getting too lucky with accuracy, but it's fine, it worked out perfectly. But, so last episode, I kind of did an oversight, right? I accidentally went to like 40 minutes of recording time and I had to cut some of it out. But let me know which length of videos you prefer, because the 20-minute videos are pretty easy for me to do. The 40-minute, or, you know, thereabouts in length, it's not harder to do, but, you know, it does take more time. But if you enjoy it more, I will do that. Okay, the TM for workup, I might be able to use that if the gym leader has like a Pokemon that's easy to set up on. Other than that, I don't think I'll be using that. It is kind of one of those moves that's like a catch-all purpose for Pokemon that just don't get other setup moves. Okay, Inkay is a pretty interesting Pokemon. Psychic Dark is kind of cool. I imagine, you know, I don't have to turn my very real Game Boy Advance upside down for it to evolve. And I can get this item. Absorb Bulb. That's kind of interesting as a gym, a water-type gym. Stella, the status effect specialist. That doesn't really tell me much. I think maybe the gyms in this game are themed. Rather than having a particular type, they have a theme. Like the last gym was grassy terrain, so we used a Grookey to set up the terrain, a Skiddo to take advantage of the terrain's defense boost with Grass Pelt, and then a Nickit. I don't know how that, you know, falls into the terrain archetype, but maybe it's kind of like hinting at something to come. Is that all the trainers? I think we might have fought everyone. In which case, I will probably just cut back to the city and start exploring there. Okay, so going back into the city, we can go west. But there are bikers blocking us. Alright boys, listen up. We're gonna form up, ride on down to the daycare down the road and tell them exactly what we want. What do they want from the daycare? Do they want a lucky egg? Or do they want a shiny? They're breeding for perfect IV Pokemon, that's what they want. Okay, Roselia. We can bite it. Okay. I guess not. Stun Spore, we dodge. Because we're grass type, it doesn't affect us. Cottony doesn't have anything to hurt us. Hopefully we get poisoned here. That would be nice. Yay! Alright, we can just farm HP off of this Roselio can't hit us at all. Poison Heal is such a good ability. It would be kind of broken if it went to any stronger Pokemon than Gliscor and Breloom. Like, imagine, I don't know, imagine like Urshifu. I don't know, Urshifu, it's kind of a defensive ability, right? So it should go to a defensive Pokemon. But I'm thinking like Toxapex is the archetype, but Toxapex can't get poisoned, so it's a bad example. I don't know, what Pokemon would be the most broken with Poison Heal? Dondozo, oh my god. Dondozo with Poison Heal would be insane. We need Cut to explore south, so it looks like all we can do here is just encounter the wild Pokemon, which I can check out with my Dex Nav, right? There are a couple that we haven't seen yet. But I think we're in a good position for the gym, right? Because it specializes in status afflictions, and we have a Steel type who's immune to poison, we have a Grass type who's immune to spore moves, we have a Poison type if need be. I mean, I could have caught that Pachirisu. If it had Volt Absorb, that would have been Electric Immunity for Paralysis. But I'm not sure how necessary that'll be. This guy's blocking the library. How rude. Oh, they kicked him out. That's kind of interesting. What is there to do in the library that the game designer had to block it off prior to the gym? Okay, we get a free Pecha Berry there. That might be useful for the gym since it is a status affliction gym, and I think I will buy some repels for the future. Maybe like 20. Second counter stills berries. Okay, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty good. We can potentially cure a status affliction from the gym that way. Snom for Chinchou. That could be a good trade, right? We actually have neither a water nor an electric type, but I don't know, I'm not a big fan of Gen 2 Pokemon. They tend to have middling stats, and Lantern has high HP, but its other stats are pretty middling. So I'm not sure what else there is to do in this village beyond going east, maybe? Can I go this way? No, it's just this house. New and exciting moves, okay. So we could potentially get something. Icy Wind could be useful, but none of these other moves seem that good. And they do consume a finite resource. So I'd like to hold on to that if I can. Oh, hey Flame, you caught up to me pretty quickly. I was gonna challenge the gym leader, but they're out right now. Talk about bad luck. The gym attendant said the gym leader likes to visit the Ferox Village Library. I'm gonna head there now to see if I can find him. See you around. I have no idea how our rival got ahead of us, but it is what it is. I guess that's why they needed to block off the library. Wow, a library where you can read books free of charge and battle at the same time. That's pretty amazing. I wish there were libraries like that in real life. You can use the computers at the library. Maybe they have Hexmaniac Advance installed on them. Is there any... Are these... Okay. Wow, people will just battle us in the library. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I live by a couple libraries, but unfortunately none of them are quite as exciting as this. I would probably visit the library a lot more often if I could just fight people. Sounds like a grand old time. Winner gets the best books in the library. Imagine the most well-read person in the library is also going to be the most buff because they can win the most fights and reserve the most books. Yeah, it's surprisingly interesting to theorycraft library combat. Maybe I should start a library combat ring. Fake Tears is going to be absolutely useless on a physical attacker, so Vice Grip, even though it's not a very good move, is going to be better than that. Okay, I have a feeling that the person whose sprite is distinct in the top right is going to be the gym leader. So that's pretty cool. We're close to the goal here. Okay, maybe this is a time for Vice Grip. Or maybe not. Maybe we just get stuck in paralysis. That Joltik actually did a good bit of damage. So I'm going to switch out to Clevitas and dodge the electric type moves. Shroomish, I do want to train up Don. Even though we're probably going to get Leech Seeded here, so I'm just going to swap out to Howl, yeah. Okay, we got the burn, that's nice. That's what I was thinking would happen. Okay, Howl growing level, we can give Don the experience from this Dust Skull. It is within one-shot range. Okay, that's good. Read the books on the floor and pay attention to anything that stands out. Reading them in the same order as you'd read words in a book. So I guess we have to read the books left to right, top down, and find like some sort of secret password maybe. That's kind of interesting, right? I mean, the Gen 3 gym puzzles are usually pretty easy, and I'm a big fan of the gym puzzles from Gen 5. I think we honestly reached peak gym design in Gen 5. I'll go back and heal and bring us back. Yeah, peak gym design in Gen 5, so having an interesting gym puzzle could be something. There are actually two people in there. I think the one on the right is probably the gym leader, and the one on the left is maybe like a gym attendant or a rival or something. Do we really have to go one by one and read all these books? Like, what about this one on the floor? So the many mythical... Oh, okay. We have to read the books on the floor and remember the letters that stand out. So this is L. This is I. Is it gonna say Ligma? A group of scientists made a breakthrough. So that's B. L-I-B. Is it probably... It's probably gonna be library then, right? R, yeah, okay. A. Alright. I'm gonna take a risk and just... Do you have to... Is it case sensitive? I'm not sure. Okay. What does this person have to say? She's too busy reading to notice me, and... presumably the gym leader. Hey, Flame, I figured we'd run into each other again here. I searched all over the library, but couldn't find the gym leader. They must be in this VIP section then, right? Eh, probably not. Nah. Yeah, totally, let's ask around. Excuse me, could we talk to you for a moment? Oh, hello. I didn't notice you there. Can I help you with something? We're looking for the Ferox gym leader, so we can challenge them for their badge. Is that you? Oh, I'm afraid not. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Alistair. I am a Pokemon researcher. I've come to this library to study Pokemon mythology to help me with my studies. Oh, that's pretty cool. Have you been able to prove anything yet? I'm afraid not. Most myths have led to dead ends. Although there is this interesting rumor about a Pokemon that can eject steam from its cannons. Oh my, I just noticed the time. Please excuse me, I have an appointment with an old colleague of mine and must go. Oh, sorry, don't let us keep you. Before I go, I have a question for you. You said you were looking for the gym leader, yes? Is it right to assume you are taking the gym challenge then? Yep, that's right. We are gonna go get every gym badge and challenge champion Celine. Ah, very good. She certainly has been champion for a long time, but I digress. It has been lovely talking with you both. Your energy is infectious, and I'd like to give you both a gift before I go. Okay, we can use Cut, but can we actually use it out of battle, or do we need the gym badge? That is the HM for the move Cut. Using it will allow you to cut down small trees in your path. It will surely allow you to reach new areas. Oh, but you'll require the gym badge from the Ferox Village gym before you can use it. Well, thank you, Alistair. That's very nice of you. The pleasure is all mine. I used to be a trainer myself, actually, and I have a soft spot for those that want to become champions. That being said, I must bid you both adieu now. Good luck in your pursuit for the gym leader and your gym challenge. Perhaps we will meet again someday. He was a nice guy, but we still ain't found the gym leader. I have to be honest, I'm running out of ideas.
Excuse me, I didn't mean to eavesdrop. Did I hear that you're looking for the gym leader?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me. I'm Gym Leader Stella. Seems I've been away for too long. Please accept my apologies. If you'd like to challenge me for my badge, I'll meet you at the gym. Please excuse me.
And she takes the least efficient... Actually, she probably didn't want to walk on top of the chairs, right? So I guess that makes sense.
Wow, we really lucked out, eh, Flame?
Stella, she's very polite, but also very quiet. I wonder what kind of trainer she is. But I guess there's only one way to find out, right? I'm going to challenge the gym. I'll catch you later, Flame. But not us. We're not afraid to step on the chairs in the library. Yeah, desecrating public property. Woohoo! Okay, let's go to the gym. Okay, we're at the gym. Let's see. Oh, okay, there's no gym puzzle. The library was a replacement for the gym puzzle. And this guy gives us a hint to use berries to ward off the status afflictions. Maybe I should give my party members some items, just in case. Lax incense could be useful for, like, I don't know, fishing for accuracy shenanigans. I don't know, I'll give that to Don. Iron? Maybe Don can actually use iron, since it does have intimidate, you know? Other than that, none of these items are going to be immediately useful as far as I'm aware. So maybe I will just use a couple berries. Patcha berry I will give to Howl, and then cherry berry I'll give to Fire Punch. Maybe, you know, the logic being that Fire Punch has Flame Charge, so maybe it can stop. Maybe it can potentially, you know, get a sweep off if it avoids a paralysis. But before that, I think I'll actually get Don on par with the rest of the team, and then I'll meet you back. Okay, I did some training on Don, a bit of leveling on Sabikui, so hopefully we're in a better position to take on the gym leader, and let's begin.
So you came after all, huh? I suppose that means you were serious about challenging me. I'm quite experienced with status effects. Do you think you can survive my onslaught of attacks when you're crippled by them? I may be shy, but I won't hold anything back.
Okay. Marini here, water poison, so we can't be poisoned. But, you know, if you've ever faced a toxic attack in your entire life, you'll know that it probably has Scald. So I'm just going to pivot to Sabikui. It is a bit unfortunate that Sabikui has nothing to hit this Marini. Mega Drain is probably going to do absolutely nothing. And that does a bit. I mean, it probably has Regenerator as well. So that's pretty unfortunate, but we can always pivot to Don and then back to Howl. I don't know. Let's see what it does. That's what I'm really concerned about. Okay, it also swaps out to Togetic. Oh, I wish I had Iron Head. That would be so cool to nail this Togetic with a Steel-type move, but I can't do that. And it does have Serene Grace, probably, so oh my god. It's a Paraflinch set. It has Air Slash. We don't have any good resists. Oh, this is gonna be such a pain. We can't even really hit it for that much. Okay, now is a really bad time to switch into Sabikui to get rid of the Toxic Spikes, because it's going to use a Fire-type move, right? So I can pivot to Howl, take that like it's nothing, and then when it uses a Rock-type move, switch into Sabikui. Okay, Ancient Power, and then do exactly the same thing. So it's going to use a Fire-type move. So I swap out to... What do I want to do? I think my plan is going to be to Howl as it Flame Charges. And then Clevites as it uses Ancient Power. And then I know for a fact that the A is going to switch here. There's no way it's going to stay in and let us hit a bulldoze. Oh, it actually does stay in and stealth rock. I missed the KO there. That's really unfortunate. But Togetic comes in. I think Fire Punch can take at least one. Actually, no. What am I saying? The AI is definitely going to heal here. Yeah, Potion. Okay. That is such a relief. That Togetic was so annoying. Not bad.
Not bad, but the first act is just concluded.
Okay. The first act has concluded, but I'm pretty sure that the first act is also going to be the last act because we finally secured ourselves a solid advantage. So, Togetic was the AI's answer to Sabikui, right? And we know that now it probably doesn't have a grass resist. Whereas we still have both our pivots for Toxic Spikes, so we're good. Actually, that's not true. Howl is gonna die to Stealth Rocks if we switch in twice. So we have to be careful, but Marini... Okay. It's gonna Flame Charge. Ouch. Yeah, I'm unfortunately gonna have to probably let Howl fall here. Although, is it useful keeping him as a pivot? I don't think so. It has no moves left. No, what am I saying? If I switch out, then next time Howl comes in, it's just gonna die. So I might as well get whatever little damage I can, and that's 0. So Quick Attack probably would have been fine there, but it also would have done nothing. Okay, we finally get our second KO, so it's just half our team left. And Clevitas kind of learns like crazy moves like Crunch, Bulldoze, Rock Slide so early in the game. Wild. Marini coming in, we know that Sabikui can take care of that, and we can get rid of the Toxic Spike at the same time. And also, I didn't realize that this Marini doesn't actually have Regenerator. So, I can just take my time here, set up a little bit, get my HP back. Let's see what the gym leader's ace Pokemon is. Corsola. Okay, if this is regular Johtonian Corsola, we win. If it's Galarian Corsola, it's Galarian Corsola. Time for a well-placed plot twist? I don't think so. I think we're actually just gonna Astonish. Okay, never mind. Astonish is gonna do absolutely nothing. This thing almost certainly has the Eviolite, and I'm especially concerned because it's fishing for boosts with Ancient Power. It already got an Omni boost. I'm actually really scared of this thing. Let's go to Gachi Akuta while we still can, and Stun Spore. Oh my god, it's got 2 Omni boosts. That's terrifying, but thankfully Gachi Akuta has Poison Heal, so we can just chain HP regeneration. Oh my god, it disabled our Mega Drain. We can't do anything against this thing. We can Don. We take a bit of Stealth Rock damage, but Bite should be good. Okay. Thankfully we managed to pull out a victory by the skin of our teeth. But that was actually a pretty tough fight. Gachi Akuta, probably the MVP, single-handedly taking out the Corsola, which we would have absolutely struggled with otherwise. Growing a level. Worry Seed, that's not a move that I'm ever going to use.
Oh my, I didn't expect you to battle so fiercely.
And we get 21 bucks for it.
You performed quite well today. It's my pleasure to award you the Patch Badge. This badge represents what you've accomplished today. Your Pokemon will surely have taken note of it as well. You'll also be able to use the move cut outside of battle. Please also take this TM, which is a favorite of mine. This TM teaches your Pokemon the move Toxic. Causes your foe to take additional poison damage for each consecutive turn in battle. Using it strategically will surely lead you to more victories.
Great, so now we can Toxic Stall our opponents. Now all we need is Protect. What is happening? What is this? This is wild. I don't think I've ever seen a bug like this in my entire life. I'm gonna save because I'm really concerned now. Okay, it disappeared. It was just purely visual. Nothing game-breaking, that's fine. will never bash any ROM hack creator for a visual glitch that's very easily resolved in that way. With that said, I think this is a good time to end the episode. That was a really hype gym battle fight, so it's a great place to leave it. Next time we'll probably go west and see what the bikers wanted. But until then, thank you for watching, and goodbye.